Welcome back to Dark Corners Streaming. In tribute to critic-turned-director Jean-Luc Godard, one of the founders of the French New Wave, we're looking at 1965's Alphaville, subtitled A Strange Adventure of Lemmy Caution, which you can find on Studio Canal. Lemmy Caution was the private eye hero of a series of books by Peter Cheney, and actor Eddie Constantine had already played the character 7 times in relatively familiar detective stories, before Godard moved Caution from the present day into the dystopian futuristic city of Alphaville, ruled by an Orwellian computer named Alpha 60. A place where dissidents who think illogically are machine-gunned into a swimming pool, their corpses recovered by synchronized swimmers. Visiting from the outer countries on an investigation, Caution's story has both the look of film noir and the basic story beats. Of course, there is someone waiting in his hotel room. And he is visited by a femme fatale, who will no doubt be more than she seems. He encounters sexy women, meets with a contact in the city, played incidentally by Akim Tamiroff, who Dark Corners fans last saw as a half-man, half-bird in our review of The Vulture. He is captured and beaten up and interrogated by the authorities.
Quel est votre nom?
Even the wartime allegory is familiar ground. In synopsis, this is a typical film noir with sci-fi overtones, and Godard is not the only person to do that. But, although there are interesting similarities to Blade Runner, if you go in expecting anything like it, or indeed the sort of film that synopsis would suggest, you're likely to be disappointed.
C'était ma première nuit à Alphaville, mais il me semblait déjà qu'une longue suite de siècles l'avait précédé.
The detective story is a loose framework on which Godard can practice his theories on filmmaking and put forth a jaded philosophy that actually sits very well with the world-weary PI in his Bogart trenchcoat. Visually, the science fiction setting is lightly handled, using existing modernist architecture. This is the future, but the present never feels too far away. In fact, the setting feels at least partly like a way of distancing both us and Caution, because although this is his world, things are done very differently where he comes from. It's another trait of film noir that our lead is often as confused as we are. The brilliance of Alphaville is not its deconstruction of genres, it's the way it uses that deconstruction to make its director's point.
Répondez-moi d'abord à ma question, à quoi ça sert?
As with a lot of Godard films, you get a real sense of an abiding love of classic cinema, combined with a desire to take it apart, as if the best way to pay tribute to it is not to ape it, but to develop it. Godard's style is the epitome of the new wave. Much of the dialogue was improvised, which the subtitles do occasionally struggle to keep up with, and the camera work is handheld and loose, although sometimes deceptively so. This long travelling shot was possible because the location had 2 glass elevators side by side, but it required multiple attempts because syncing them was so difficult. For all that it looks casual, there is always thought and planning behind what's going on.
N'est-il pas évident?
Alphaville is science fiction and film noir, but above all, it is a Jean-Luc Godard film. Often opaque, occasionally infuriating, but seldom less than fascinating. It is defiantly original cinema. Thanks for watching. Are you a fan of Godard? And what are your favourite noir mashups? Let us know in the comments below.